Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again. So glad I can get up this morning. Still, you on my mind, trying to think about what can be said spiritually that could unlock these chains and take these cuffs from our hands and from our minds and allow us to live. And yet, the thoughts that kind of crossed my mind this morning, I was thinking about people getting angry about what's going on. Really getting angry. But as I thought about it, it just appears obvious that anger is never a solution. Anger is something that comes around when you've discovered that you've been abused. You know, it's like discovering that for over 400 and some years you've been a second-class citizen, a slave. And then you ask yourself, well, then what is slavery? Actually, you have to ask yourself, what is slavery? And you got all kind of definitions depending on what people go through. But actually, the way I see it is that slavery is an absence from God. It's an absence from truth. It's an absence from love. These are major essentials. Authenticity of life itself, of all that is. And to be absent from any of it, to me, is to be experiencing slavery. And if having gone through this, we actually have to say that all of us are guilty. All of us are in slavery as I speak this moment, regardless of what your position in life is in the society. We are all experiencing slavery right now. And we are guilty. The oppressor is guilty because you should not oppress another. You don't have the authority to do that. And those that are oppressed are guilty because thou shalt have no other gods before me. You should not accept oppression. There's no way to accept oppression. I don't care what anybody say. You can always die, and nobody can stop you from dying. No one can stop you from dying except the one that gave you life. So you can always die. And it is a wonderful thing to die for love, to die for God, to die for truth. What else can you die for? You want to die for a piece of bread? Nah, die for some company? Nah, no, my friend. So, no one, you know, have to accept oppression. Now, I know we've been taught that life is a precious thing and we will sell our soul to keep living. But the truth, my friends, and I just want to share with you that God is love. God is peace. God is freedom. God is prosperity. God is joy of life. God is the fulfillment of dreams. Now you say, well, how do you translate that? How do you come up with that? Well, I'll tell you what, God is food. God is clothing. God is shelter. God is education. God is health care. And God is careers of choice for everybody to play a part in the process of manifesting these things. God is the author of life. Yes, that is the absolute truth. Now, somebody say, well, today we are going through all kinds of things here in the United States of America as well as the world. But we should try to do some bipartisan things. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know that everything that Trump and those that support him advocate epitomizes everything. In fact, exactly what has been taught as evil, as demonic, as devilish. Everything that we have been taught is what they are doing. Well, and now you hear them saying we need to have bipartisanship. Bipartisanship. Come together. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, there is no bipartisanship between good and evil. Yes, there is no bipartisanship. And yes, there is a separation between good and evil. And one of the main requirements in our physical form that might be necessary to justify God in love and truth is death. I just want to leave that with you. Think about it. Until next time, Eddie Marcus, I want to thank you for giving me some of your time this morning. So, good morning.